Right, welcome back. Last time, Travancore decided to start a war with me over the port provinces that I have. Yeah, it's not going particularly well. However, I do have a trick up my sleeve. Well, theoretically, I could give up both these provinces and the maximum amount of cash. Or, well, almost the maximum amount of cash. Which is still almost 700 ducats. I don't want to go into debt. There is something else I can do. They're also perfectly willing to make me into a tributary. This will cause a massive coalition to form. Yeah. It's stupid, but that might be something that might be what I'm going to do in order to get out of this. Additionally, I'm just about ready to start putting through the reforms needed. Because my capital, inside my capital, is now finally at rank 3. So I might be able to put through the reforms needed to get to meritocracy. Or at least to get it for myself. It will still take some time though. But once it's finally done, it'll be great. So yeah. So I think as my first action here, I will lose great power status, but in exchange, I can end the war without any serious concessions. You know, just continue rivaling the Mamluks. Right, I stopped the improving of relations. I guess I don't need the spy network in England anymore. So I need to go and start improving relations again so that I can ally with them. Unless, of course, that threatened by Travancore disappears, in which, yeah, that would be bad. Because I was actually hoping on getting that back. Right. So, I want you to go back over there and begin protecting trade again. Into Milken. Give me a lot of money. I think I can. It's that node. Konkan node would be best, but I don't see this on here. Strange. Guess it's too far away. Oh well. I'll send you along. Protect my trade, please. I have to send a tribute while we have a truce. Sigh. Alright, so these provinces should de-siege on their own now. Okay. I can head back to my territory and begin drilling. I could upgrade to shock cavalry right now in order to get an innovativeness boost, but all innovativeness does is boost national unrest and global institution support. Which isn't helpful at all. So, I'm not going to do that. However, I do now have another merchant, so let's go put that somewhere. I could potentially do some trading in the Upper Nile. Problem is, most everyone here hates me. Well, enemy of enemies, they dislike the Mamluks too. For me, they've overstepped their bounds way too much. Oh, and I'm gonna get out of Travancore's embrace, eventually. Okay, got to do a real marriage, but I've recently sent a diplomat. I don't remember what it was for. Let's see. So how's this province doing? Well, at least it has actual trade power. And the burgers are doing better again. That's when it comes to needs. Alright. I can also invest into a new idea. The problem is, can I get that much? I'm going to need 418 admin points. Approximately. Can I get that many? Let's see. I've got exactly 60 months at 9, so 500... Okay, yes. Plus, this will slightly reduce the costs of admin tech in the future, so it's even better. Eternal structure. Only weak and feeble powers hand away control to lesser domains within themselves. True empires impose themselves upon such powers and ensure that all within understand that only from the basis of meeting their obligations to the larger realm may they exercise self-rule. Elite power from autonomy is reduced by 10% and maximum centralization plus 10. So I have the added side effect of reducing all the effects of nobles somewhat. So stuff like corruption and also autonomy. Let's see here. I could continue opening up to India trade or going to the Upper Nile. Yeah, I don't think most of the Indians like me. Okay, they like me even less, or perhaps do some trade with... Nah. I don't have a need to trade there, not really. Also, why are there so many arrows here? Oh, these are the same node. Okay. So they get inputs from a lot of nodes. Yeah, I think I'll do the Upper Nile. I've got a lot of caravan power, so it should be able to provide me with quite a bit of utility. Only got maps. Slandered merchants. Well, maybe in the meantime I can do something else. The nobles will be displeased by this, but not overly so. Besides, I'm at the point where I can probably consider myself relatively safe. I can begin moving away from the nobility providing manpower for me, and begin moving towards getting stuff for myself. Or, of course, I could just... I could just remove the obligation exemptions. Or I can just upgrade this. The nobles will enables volunteers. Oh, okay, so. Creates this army professionalism too once I do it. And I can do this. Well, basement. Yeah. Let's move upwards. So if I go to military organization. Reduces noble gravity and reduces base manpower from peasantry. Enables the ability to do volunteers. Oh, it allows me to go to here and do the volunteers. I'll devolve to volunteers, okay. Yeah, I think I should do that. Well, it will reduce the amount of manpower temporarily. It should come back and improve everything, especially if I were to do this. So. Oh, yeah, okay. The nobles are displeased, everyone else is indifferent. I lose 1 stability, 5 legitimacy, and I get societal instability, and the debuffs of recent reforms for 6.25 years. Enact. Nobles are still pretty happy with me though. But I don't need to do it. It just needed a moment to update. I shouldn't lower my legitimacy any further than I can afford, but I could do yield concessions. Also get my stability back up. Okay. Which should also help deal with legitimacy. There we go. Right. 1620. Time for the next tech levels. In order to regain the ahead of time bonuses. Upgrade to countermarch musketeers. These are all the same. And flying batteries. Apparently that bit hasn't changed from 2.5. Okay. School teachers. Admin tech 33. Well, these are all tech level 33, so. School teachers. Yearly corruption minus 0.02. The quadrant. Naval force limit plus 5%. Enables me to sow discontent. Colonial range plus 50. Trade range plus 100. Shock cavalry. Combat width plus 2. Maneuver value plus 15%. Cavalry shock plus 0.2. Enables, well, an upgrade for every unit type. For me, anyway. Anyway, I should stop this here. Yeah, it's 2 hours and 5 minutes. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, that's just coastline. Okay, just weird coastline effects. I was planning on going to these 2 provinces, but apparently they beat me to them. And it looks like they were colonized instantly, so I either had really fast colonists, where I couldn't even stop, like over 1,000, well, over 200 per year, because at the very least the English presence here has to be from at most, at the earliest, right after the start of the session. Which I think was 6 years ago? I'm not entirely sure though. That amount is absurd, so I would say they got it through an expedition to Eastern Africa. I mean, I figure. It's the most likely case. So, for their safety, I decided to start integrating Madagascar directly. The tribals are going to get a huge power boost from this, though, because clans have like 97.5% power, and occasionally 100% power, over the vast majority of this country. It's basically pretty much 90+% clan power. With the exception of their capital up here. CE is going to be bad, but I'm not going to focus too much on this area. Mainly, I'm just going to wait and leave it be, while occasionally building up infrastructure. For example, certain areas are actually pretty good, like this one, this natural location. With plus 35% to commerce output, which is certainly better than quite a bit. Like my own capital, I think it's as good as Zanzibar. Better than Zanzibar. Not better than Zanzibar Paya, though. This place is absurdly good. Well, okay, so Mombasa level, I guess. Yeah. still going to take time for me to deal with everything, though. There were no successes in expeditions so far. They've all been lost at sea. Additionally, I ended the war with Travancore by allowing myself to become a tributary state. I think they're dealing with multiple they at least dealt with one coalition war, because I don't remember these countries being here before. That's for sure. And they've lost at least one subject. Cochin. Yeah. I've continued development over here in Indonesia. Slow going, but trade power is definitely starting to increase. Trade value as well, although not by as much. I'm going to need to increase goods production here in order for that to have any serious effect. Eventually, I'm going to have to also increase other things. This harborage, well, is attracting a lot of urban population. Amenities will not be able to take much. Oh well, it's not like I'm taxing this area. Mainly the focus of this area is to try to get its trade power up to 2 and all that, usually through rural means. Getting as much money from spices as I can. Because spices, that's something I lack for myself. And it's usually quite pricey too. May have to look into better things for foresters. Oh well. That can be dealt with later. The colony Mawuti is also almost done, and I've done one major reform. I've upgraded to extended levies, rather than levied armies. This reduces the power of the nobility slightly, which is a good thing. Certainly. I also need to expand the bureaucracy again. Anyway, I also am I haven't actually done any reforms in preparation for meritocracy because I don't have enough admin points. I've been too busy trying to go down empire ideas. I think it might actually be better to just take a break from this and focus on reforms. Meritocracy has a lot of good stuff associated with it. Reduces my resting point for corruption by 3. It decreases technology cost by 20%, so 80 points, and increases my admin efficiency by 5%. Which not only affects specifically coring, but it also improves taxes, I believe. Basically the taxation system's, regular taxes plus stuff involving enlistment and whatnot, levies, manpower in general. Alright, yeah, I should definitely stop it here. So, hopefully things don't go too badly. I lost my great power status for all this. Yeah, it's been 6 years. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Until then, bye.